Carl here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it's festive horror movie review time. Are you hoping for something jolly to watch this festive season? Something that embodies the most magical time of the year? A film that leaves you warm inside and with a smile in your face? If so, it's probably best you don't watch writer-director David Bryant's Splinter. However, if you're after a dark tale based around depression and its effects, and don't mind a slow burn of a psychological horror, all with Christmas as a backdrop, then this great movie is worth a watch.
Tell me again about that night.
I lost my family. They were murdered. Would you feel if someone broke into your house and murdered your family?
John, played by Bill Fellows, has suffered a tremendous loss, returning home at Christmas to find his wife and son dead, having been murdered by an intruder. He is devastated and 6 months later has effectively stopped living. His home is frozen in time. All the Christmas decorations are still up and he sleepwalks his way through daily mundane tasks, all while doing everything possible to avoid going outside. Day by day, he sinks further into his depression, and it's clear that John needs to find a way to move on. Something his psychiatrist, played by Jane Asher, is pushing for, encouraging him to simply open the curtains and to continue to take his medication. However, John just doesn't want to, and in a fit of frustration and grief, throws all his medication away. It doesn't take a genius to work out that this was probably a bad idea, and that is proven as John's dreams start to get quite intense. He also starts to lose big chunks of time, and certain items related to his family start to appear in mysterious places. It's enough to drive a person crazy.
I get scared. I don't forget what they look like.
Is that why you won't leave the house? Because you think you might forget Sarah and Michael? Are you seeing things? Hallucinations?
Michael, I can still feel them here. It's as if they're in the next room, just waiting for me.
Splinter is a wonderful movie that deals with heavy subjects, taking its time with the characters and ramping things up in an exciting, revelatory way. The majority of the movie is carried by Bill Fellows as John, and he is fantastic, really portraying the daily grind of living without those you love and unable to actually process what has happened to him. His character work is excellent, and how it develops over the course of the movie is what makes Splinter so damn watchable. Writer-director David Bryant has done a fantastic job on a very modest budget, even shooting the film in his own home, and that dedication pays off. Splinter doesn't look or feel cheap, and that is testament to the good lighting and the sound that makes the viewer feel like we're also in the house. We're there alongside the character, we're alongside him, we're experiencing his daily life. Though where the film does drop a little bit is when it starts to tackle deeper mental health problems. Bryant does try to showcase this in a believable way, but doesn't quite answer enough questions to fully and really satisfy. Even still, plenty are given, and that a serious attempt to deal with a difficult subject and portray it realistically is even attempted. The fact that it's even attempted is extremely admirable. There's just enough twists and turns to Splinter to surprise even the most ardent of genre fans too. In today's attention-lacking world, it is easy though to see that many would call Splinter boring. But I think that is doing it an injustice. It is a slow burn psychological horror, and you need to be willing to let it fester and grow. The demand for action doesn't make any sense when it's not that kind of movie at all too. The horror comes from the experience of being with John in his home and watching his mind slowly but surely unravel. That is always going to be 10 times more frightening than any jump scare laden flick could ever be. Personally, I bought into this. Splinter is a very good movie, even if it won't leave you feeling full of cheer this Christmas. I do urge you to check it out, and I certainly urge you to give it the investment it needs. What do you reckon though? You got any thoughts on it? You know what to do? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at GBHBL. Just search for GBHBL and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.